are getting set for first pitch here at Pioneer Park between the Greenville Flyboys and the Kingsport Axemen here on the Flyboys Baseball Network. Nick Rodecap with you from Pioneer Park. So happy to have you with us on this Wednesday evening. We were supposed to play a doubleheader last night, but as the Flyboys have become accustomed to, it rained, and it rained a lot. So we pushed the doubleheader to today, but Kim moves up to second, and Lane Akers moves up to third. So it's a productive first out. And the batter now, Brady Francisco. RBI opportunity for Francisco now. Batting just 105 on the season, but he had a hit, his second of the season last night, raising his on-base percentage to .528. Here's the pitch. Right-handed batter takes in the dirt. It gets away from Primrose. Coming home is Akers. Play at the plate. Safe. Akers scores on the passed ball. That ball did not get that far away from Primrose. It didn't leave the home plate circle. But Akers got a good read on it, said, you know what, I can make this. And the Flyboys take a 1-0 lead here in the second. And the 2-1 to Francisco. A chopper back to the mound. Kim coming home. Golston's only play is to first. The lob there beats Francisco. But the Flyboys do a good job of capitalizing as Francisco picks up an RBI on the ground out, and the Flyboys lead 2-0 here in the second. Left on right, here's the pitch. A line drive to short, caught by Kim. Throw to second, gets away. And now the runners are off to the races. This ball goes all the way to the wall in foul territory. Kelsey will score from second. Pitts moves up to third. And Kim, frustrated, pounding his glove against his hip. He wanted the 6-4 double play after the lineout. Instead, it was an offline throw that got past Tyler Inge and rolled from second base all the way to the wall behind first base in foul territory. That allows Kelsey to score. Pitts moves up to third. And Kingsport draws back to within a run as it's now 2-1 here in the top of the third. The infielders on the first base side, the first baseman the first baseman P.J. Jones and the second baseman Mason Swinney, kind of an unusual alignment. Jones well off the first base line behind the bag, but the second baseman Swinney almost halfway between first and second. 1-1, chopped up the middle. Swinney ranging a long way, throws on the run. It's not dug out cleanly by Jones. It ricochets into foul territory, and Kim moves up to second. Kim was hustling down the line, and we just talked about it. If Swinney was positioned in a more normal spot, he might have had a chance to make that play. But because he was so close to first base, he had to hustle over and make a jump throw on the run to try to get Cameron Kim. It was not dug out cleanly on the short hop by Jones. Tried to go to his backhand. Francisco's been good at finding ways to bring runs across. It's not always with the base hit. Golston's ready. Infield in the pitch. Francisco, a chopper above the third baseman's head into left field for a base hit. Francisco's thinking too. He slams on the brakes and hustles back to first. But Brady Francisco with an RBI single, scoring Cameron Kim. And the Flyboys lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. That was a chopper that was hit so hard straight into the ground. It bounced right in front of home plate and then went over the head of Colton Sims at third base. Now the batter, Cam Durnan. The Axemen's best RBI threat here. Body looking to get through the fifth inning. He's up to now 85 pitches. So his outing coming to a close one way or another here. This is a big spot in this game for Kingsport. The Axemen have the tying run at first base in Pitts. He's got good speed, but perhaps will be hampered after the hit by pitch. 0-1 on Durnan. And Body delivers. Durnan lines one down the left field line. That is fair, and it is headed for the corner. This will likely tie the game. Durnan on his way to second. Pitts with great speed will score all the way from first. And the Axemen's best bat has delivered. A game-tying 2-run double here with 2 away in the top of the fifth. We are knotted up at 3. Pitching change in a high-leverage spot in this game between the Flyboys and the Kingsport Axemen. We're here in the bottom of the fifth. Greenville and Kingsport tied at 3. Jacob Golston exits the game with 1 out in the fifth. The batter due up is Cameron Kim, so Kingsport goes to Chris Cespedes. Cespedes, a right-handed reliever out of the University of Maryland. He pitched against the Flyboys when these two teams met a couple weeks ago. That game was 2 weeks ago today on June 11th. Cespedes pitched 2 scoreless innings to close out the game, working around some late trouble, stranding the bases loaded in the 8th inning as the Flyboys looked to rally late but could not. And then working around a leadoff single in the 9th to shut the door as Kingsport won that game 11-5. This one, a little bit closer since we're tied at 3. Cameron Kim stepping in a huge spot. And Cespedes was a late inning arm at Maryland this past season. Must be stepping into a similar role here in Kingsport as well. Cespedes deals, the runners go, the pitch gets away from Primrose, and it's a double steal for the Flyboys. McNaughton takes third, Akers moves up to second. Something you see with a lot of pitchers, Cespedes one of them, very slow to the plate. Wonder if maybe that caused Primrose to try to rush the transfer a little bit. Cespedes looking for the put-away pitch. Strikeout or something weakly hit on the ground would be his best friend here. 3-2. Kim hits it on the ground to short. The throw coming home. McNaughton diving in is out by plenty. And that's one of those where you call it a contact play. The runner goes on anything. McNaughton trusting his speed, but that ball was hit too hard at Cam Durnan, and he made an accurate throw. Primrose tagged out McNaughton with plenty of time to spare. So first and second, 2 out now for Grant Hunter. 1-1. Hunter takes a strike. Off-speed pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Cespedes very confident in the soft stuff here. That one I would classify as a hanger. Hunter has home run power, but I doubt he's getting a pitch that good to hit again. Cespedes looking to strand a pair. The runners go. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Flyboys had second and third with 1 out and did not score. That is an opportunity you are going to want to circle. And this is what you don't want. Maddox has been efficient so far, but walking the leadoff man in the top of the final inning is not a good way to start. Maddox will try to battle back. Here's the 3-1. Jones takes a breaking ball high, ball 4. For Swinney, he's the number 9 hitter. This might be a sacrifice situation. You want to give the top of the order a chance to do what it did back in the 5th, tying the game at 3. A.J. Diaz, the third baseman, is in on the grass. Short lead for the runner Jones. We'll see if Swinney squares. Diaz creeping in again. Swinney swings away, hits one up the middle. This might be 2. Kim shovels to Inge for 1. On to first. Double play. That's why you were thinking about the sacrifice. But instead, it's a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play turned by the Flyboys. Base is empty, 2 away for Alex Kelsey. He hits the first pitch on the ground, fielded on a hop by Kim. Throw to first is in time, and Maddox works a scoreless top of the 7th. Great job by the Flyboys reliever, erasing the leadoff walk with a double play. Wells coming on to face the top of the Flyboys order. Micah Jordan, Tyler Inge, and the ever-dangerous Ezra McNaughton. And the pitch. Jordan squares, gets it down in front of home plate. The pitch was so far inside, he had to wait on it, but the pitcher bobbles it. Wells couldn't pick it up cleanly. That pitch ran so far inside on Jordan that he started backing out of the way. But the ball, bunted into fair territory, meant that Jordan had to run. And he got the wheels turning quickly. The pitcher coming off the mound, Wells, bobbled it, trying to pick it up off the infield grass. And just like that, the Flyboys have the winning run aboard. Jordan off first. He runs. The pitch gets to the backstop. Jordan has second base stolen easily. And you could tell that Wells was paranoid about the running game. This has not been the start to the bottom of the 7th that he was looking for at all. First pitch to Akers. Line drive to right field. This ball's well hit. Tryon ranging over, makes the running catch. That was ticketed for all kinds of trouble, but Ben Tryon got a great read on it, made the catch, and then got the ball back in fast enough that Micah Jordan could not tag up and advance to third. So it's all on the shoulders of Cameron Kim. Here's the 2-2. Kim hits one in the air to right field. Ben Tryon is there, and he makes the catch. Flyboys had the winning run at second with nobody out, did not score. And we are going to an extra tiebreaker inning for the second consecutive game here at Pioneer Park. I suspect the Flyboys will play the field. Keenan Mort coming in out of the bullpen. It looks like that is what Greenville will do. Throw over to first. They got him leaning. Jackson chasing him towards second, and the tag there. They tagged him out on the base path before he got to second base. Kelsey pleading his case, saying Peyton Miller missed the barehanded tag. He ended up standing on second base. And Kingsport is up in arms about this. Rick Adair, the manager, out of the dugout. Tyrell Harris, the first base coach, also talking to the field umpire Marcus DeCiso. Jackson chased Alex Kelsey towards second base, flipped it to Peyton Miller. Miller tried to apply a barehanded tag. Kelsey is pleading, reaching his arm out, saying that he missed the tag. Miller then pump faked, tried to tag him again as Kelsey ended up standing on second base. Rick Adair, understandably not pleased. But the call stands. Score it 1-3-4 on the pickoff, and the Flyboys are an out away from ending this game. Here's the pitch from Mork. Breaking ball popped up. This could do it. It's on the infield. Cameron Kim, the third baseman, says he's got it. And he does. The Flyboys win in a tiebreaker for the second consecutive game. The pickoff by Keenan Mork erasing the ghost runner. This one was tied 3-3 at the end of regulation. Mork erases the ghost runner with a pickoff, retires the other two men via flyouts, and Greenville wins this one.